Good morning, kids, and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Flicks on True Green 7. Today we're continuing on in his little mini-series that's telling memes of the Pokemon. Today, welcome to episode 4. Let's hop in.
Hey guys, Ron.
Oh, damn it. Hold on, Ron, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
Hey guys, Ron here, and over the past year I've been making videos where I turn memes into Fakemon. From the coffin dance to Skibidi Toilet, old and new memes are some of the most challenging things to turn into Pokemon. So seeing your positive reception to the previous video's incredibly wild Fakemon designs made me feel very good. Although keep in mind, in this video I'm pretty much using some of the most abstract memes around. Some will be faithful to the memes, while others will adapt their concept into completely new designs. Hopefully you like at least one of today's outcomes. If you enjoy, make sure to leave a like and let me know which memes you'd like to see in Pokemon form for a potential part 5. But that will only happen if enough of you like and share this video. And obviously make sure to check out the previous part if you haven't. But before we begin with our first meme, I do want to talk about today's sponsor, Raycon. A while back, Raycon...
We're going to take a quick cut, and we're back with the first one of them, Shrek.
Shrek was kind of the first meme that I've ever encountered before knowing what memes really were. Just the mention of this ogre out of context was hilarious. It's the character with the largest lifetime of memes around. Every few years, some kind of Shrek meme emerges and it's always different from the last. There's no definitive Shrek meme. He is the meme. So I'm gonna treat this like one of my turning cartoon characters into Pokemon videos, and use Shrek as a character, as inspiration, not any particular meme. I'm obviously gonna create an ogre Pokemon, but a key aspect of designing a Fakemon is not taking any real-life mythical creature and just drawing it in Pokemon's art style. Virtually every dragon or fairy type isn't just a literal European dragon or traditional fairy. They're inspired by specific types, combined with a separate element in a clever way, like how Flygon is a dragon and antlion. Even exceptions like Galarian Rapidash expand on existing tropes and lore, like how Rapidash isn't simply based on a unicorn, but the specific idea that unicorn horns can cure diseases and neutralize poisons. Plus his family's mane can glow. So for the Shrek-inspired ogre, I'm going to combine it with an onion. It's a Pokemon with layers.
Ogres are like onions. They both stink? Yes. No!
Both figuratively and literally. It can take some extra hits because it has multiple layers, but it's also a very three-dimensional Pokemon with multiple traits and personalities. Plus the fact that onions are smelly and can make you cry like an ogre was brilliant on DreamWorks' part. The question is whether or not to lean in on Shrek's more unsettling and monstrous side, or just diverge a little and make a cute onion ogre, since a literal Shrek Pokemon wouldn't work. That combined with the question of how portly do I make Shrek, and how humanoid as well. Right now, the idea is to make Shrek's ears out of peeled onion skin. You can see the layers of the onion when it opens its mouth. The head will basically be an onion, with another onion connected like a gourd for the belly. It'll have roots to allude to Shrek's jacket, and even skirt. The problem is, I'm not digging these proportions, but unfortunately, I wasn't recording when I doodled and redesigned the proportions. Roots will also replace his hands, and a longer variety of onions, like a leek, will be his arms. The colors ended up working with Shrek's clothes, and a yellow or green finishes the palette. Say hi to Onyogre, the layered Pokemon from Onion and Ogre. But it also contains the Japanese word for ogre, Oni, which would share the same name in Japanese, being pronounced Onioga. This grass type has the ability Stench, Sturdy, and a new hidden ability, Caramelize, which neutralizes Onyogre's weakness to fire, but lowers his defense whenever hit with a fire-type move. Onyogre live in remote swamps, where they enjoy solitude and filth. Wild Onyogre are banned from most cities for their horrible scent. Although trained Onyogre tend to smell fairly sweet the more they battle against fire types, which cannot be found in their native environment. Onyogre are reluctant to make friends, but are happy to celebrate with the friends they eventually attract. Onyogre's many layers protect it from harm, allowing them to barrel through opponents. Their shiny is more akin to a red onion. I honestly dreaded making a Shrek Pokemon for years, but it ended up being quite natural when I finally had the idea to combine it with the obvious onion. I'm probably the last guy to have such an idea. Next is both an old meme and one of the most recent memes, and kind of the most requested due to recency bias. Hopefully this won't be irrelevant by the time this video comes out. It's the Foghorn Leghorn Rambling meme. Foghorn Leghorn is an iconic Looney Tunes character, known for his southern accent and speech patterns, which in of itself is a parody of Senator Claghorn from the Fred Allen Show. People were always enamored with his voice and accent, and for many, many years, people have made many memes of Foghorn Leghorn speaking in his iconic way, trying to give advice to various non-Looney Tunes characters. But it became even funnier when people began to make memes and posts of him speaking to anime characters like the infamous Nagatoro Foghorn meme. Foghorn reprimanding characters like Vegeta and encouraging Shinji were hilarious, but it all was fully realized when Eric Bauza, who currently voices many of the Looney Tunes characters, posted videos on Twitter of him reading those various posts.
Oh,
my personal favorite is always the Freerin one.
I'll say you gotta enjoy the little things in life.
Love me some Freerin memes. This
Yes,
juxtaposition
that's
between
awesome.
such an American character combined with
Dude, I can't believe it. That's actually now like the second famous person that's actually gone and done a meme in real life, or at least said a meme in
uniquely
real life.
anime situations is very endearing. Just the idea of Foghorn relating to these anime characters and trying to give them advice or taunting their mistakes is hilarious to me. So if you were to ask me how I turned Foghorn into a Pokemon, I don't know. But now with this meme, I can be sure it will be a Pokemon with perspective.
It's definitely got to be a fighting type, and it's got to have like a signature move or ability that can boost an opponent. Boost an ally in a double
Perhaps a
battle.
normal
or
psychic type
triple.
that can give advice. Keep in mind, I already made a psychic chicken Pokemon, and given Foghorn's literal name, replacing his chicken comb with Foghorn would have been nice, but it would have looked too much like Psychic here. So I'm going to go in a different direction. So we're kind of going with a drawing of Foghorn Leghorn as the basis, since if I drew any old chicken with different proportions, it wouldn't look like Foghorn Leghorn. That's what sucks about using a character with no distinct features as inspiration. Obviously, I do have to change some things to make it fit better into the Pokemon world, although it still won't fit 100%. I had the idea to make this chicken comb look more like a brain with a pattern resembling a third eye that he shoots lasers from. We'll develop that further later.
Psychic?
Right now, I need to pick a pose, and in order for it to really resemble the meme, the dude's gotta look like he's offering advice. But once I added my guy's tail, I had the idea to make his comb and waddle consistent, so I turned them into wispy tentacle-like appendages that move as it uses its powers. Like the floating hair of a psychic in any anime or video game. At this point, it's all about consolidating the design. Since it's relatively faithful to the original character, I'm changing the colors to fall in line with the type, at least. Check out Roost Taunt, the perceptive Pokemon, a normal...
Oh, Taunt's in the name. Okay, this would be like the perfect Pokemon to use Taunt constantly.
psychic type with the abilities Opportunist and Telepathy. Roost Taunt consider themselves to be highly intelligent on account of their ability to see the future. They try to give advice based on the future they see, but often communicate it in a way that drives others off. Their comb, waddle, and tail wiggle as Roost Taunt utilizes their psychic abilities. They are extremely loud, able to release sound waves that cause headaches. Roost Taunt will toy around with those it believes have sealed their fates. Its shiny is basically how I'd color it if I wasn't to make it somewhat resemble the original color scheme. This was such a last-minute addition, so I never had a long time to really think of such a fake mon, and I wish I didn't have to put it in such a memeable pose.
I'll be honest, I would actually, if someone was to create like a pre-evolution for this, I would probably try and tell them to base it off Chicken Hawk, who is, a very small bird that's constantly trying to eat Foghorn Leghorn.
But it's all about the entertainment, baby. Sometimes these are just for fun.
Chicken Hawk.
Next is
Obvious.
a classic we don't see as much anymore,
Hey!
but dominated in the early years of memes. Trollface is the most recognizable Rage comic character, I'd say. The embodiment of an internet troll. As a content creator, I'm not fond of trolls. I see no point in making people hate you, but I want to create a Pokemon that is the embodiment of the Dark type. Every negative trait that Dark type Pokemon have in one Pokemon. The hardest part of
Yes.
turning a Trollface into a fake mon is the fact that it's such an anatomically incorrect yet extremely detailed human face. It's an art style that doesn't translate into Pocket Monsters. Even if I
It
took
doesn't,
inspiration
just
from
the
mythological
face.
trolls, which look nothing like this
Yeah,
Trollface,
face.
it would end up not looking like the troll face meme. So instead, I'm going to take inspiration from Japanese culture, which is full of white faces, by the way. In No
Uh-oh.
Theater, the Hanya mask is used to represent a jealous female demon known as an Onryo, or vengeful spirit. I just think it's a perfect thing to combine with our troll face, given the white face, open mouth, and pronounced chin. Let's make just a despicable little guy. Something that everybody hates. I'm beginning by fusing the troll face with the Hanya mask. A perfect fusion in my opinion. Keep in mind, the creepy and
is.
uncanny nature will have to become
Oh, and you're even giving it the rubbing hands.
part of the concept, since this face will never look correct in the context of Pokemon. So I want to lean into that and make the body unappealing as well. A mishmash of proportions. Wide shoulders, but skinny little arms. Humanoid face, but beast-like hind legs. The definition of a creature. Obviously, we're taking inspiration from demons, but I do want to make it look pathetic and misshapen. Its insecurities cause it to lash out at the world. Beware, Trolloth. The offensive Pokemon, from Troll and Loathe, but also Trollolo, a dark type with the abilities Prankster, Moody, and Contrary. Trolloth are hated by most humans, and therefore lash out by pulling pranks
Love
and
it.
disguising themselves as other, more rare Pokemon. Their move pool is incredibly inconsistent. They can seemingly use moves of every type in ways that are not understood. Trolloth, however, get along with Pokemon and are incredibly compassionate and generous to wild Pokemon. They retreat into their caves, where solitary Trolloths sleep. I thought their body was slightly reminiscent of Wolverine's suit, so I made the shiny have those iconic colors. It's a troll Pokemon after
He's
all.
right.
The shiny can be a comic book reference, if I want. Honestly, I don't think this could exist in Pokemon, but I tried. I do love the colors, and I'm proud of the idea to combine it with the Onryo.
Oh yeah, it's very good. That's an ad. We'll be right back. And we're back.
And finally, probably the most abstract
you
concept
gotta-
I can ever turn into a Pokemon, loss. It's a meme you might have seen before or have missed due to
no.
the nature of loss. It's kind of an invisible meme. It refers to this infamous panel from the webcomic Control-Alt-Delete where a character suffers a miscarriage. This unexpected and poorly executed tone shift has been mocked online ever since. A trend arose where people would arrange objects or characters or images in the same layout as the strip to parody the original comic. Now whenever
And that's
anything
it.
is arranged in the same orientation as you see here, whether intentionally or unintentionally, it is common internet practice to ask, is this loss? So how do I turn this specific layout of lines into a Pokemon?
You
By
can't
taking
and
inspiration from
shouldn't.
a striped animal. Well, I'm not going to make a Pokemon that represents miscarriages, because that would be pretty messed up. I will
Yeah.
do you one better, and at least take inspiration from an extinct striped animal and make a ghost type. The Thylacine,
Tasmanian
or
tiger,
Tasmanian
yeah.
tiger, known for its large mouth and the fact that it doesn't exist anymore, is the perfect inspiration. And to make it even cuter, I'm combining it with a living relative, the Numbat. We're basically making a cute ghost
Numbat.
Tasmanian tiger with stripes in the configuration of the Lost meme. So I'm sketching a cartoon
Okay, that I can accept. That's
Tasmanian
that's
tiger
okay.
with the proportions of a Numbat that has been stretched out. That way, it's not just a literal thylacine. It's looking sad and ghostly, but that way we can make his eyes have a consistent shape with its ears. They also look like scars, which the stripes all over this guy's body resemble. It's very tough trying to make these very specific patterns match the meme and still look natural. That's why the horizontal one will be on the lifted front paw. But I'm also going to add more stripes throughout so it doesn't clearly look like an artificial pattern. The guy can become invisible, so even the two colors on his body blend in with each other instead of contrasting. Behold, Thylacine, the lost
It's not
Pokemon,
bad.
a ghost type with the abilities Clear Body, Aftermath, and Curse Body. Thylacine are incredibly elusive. They are masters of disappearance. Scientists even believed Thylacine have gone extinct for a decade, only for them to be discovered again. The older Thylacine gets, the more stripes it develops. These scar-like stripes are the only part of Thylacine that do not disappear. Younger Thylacine are therefore the hardest to find. In fact, half of all Thylacine eggs disappear, never to be found. The shiny is more reminiscent of the colors from the original webcomic.
Okay,
This is actually my
okay.
second Tasmanian tiger Pokemon, and I love this way more. It's funny how the most abstract meme gave us the most coherent fake one of the bunch. If you were impressed, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see a part 5, and watch the previous part if you haven't. Make sure to check the description for the music I used, the t-shirts I made for you guys.
Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Once you all remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all you kids next time when we flip on. Peace out.